Spotify just announced on their master class some ways that you can double and triple your engagement on your new release running Spotify Marquee ads. But if you do this one thing wrong or you do it too soon, you're basically going to be wasting a ton of money. So let's jump into our artist.spotify.com dashboard. That's your artist dashboard. That's where you set up discovery mode. That's where you set up these Spotify Marquee campaigns. And I want to show you what to do. I made this mistake and I'm never doing it again. So let's jump into this. Spotify.com dashboard. As you can see here, this is where you can control everything. And as you can see here, let's just answer first, what is a Spotify Marquee? Well, you can see Spotify is trying to encourage me, promote your new release with Marquee. Create campaigns that help you reach the right audience for your release strategy. So this is what an ad looks like for a Marquee. So this would pop up on people's Spotify dashboard when they're going to listen to music. It would say, hey, new music for you. And it would try and get them to go to this new album. So let's click on here. And as you can see here, I can create a new campaign and promote this. And this album just came out today, but I don't want to promote the Marquee today. I want to wait 7 days. And that's the dirty little secret I want to share. And I have 18 days left to schedule this campaign. I could click create campaign, click next. I can decide what country I want to target. And this is a retargeting campaign, right? So majority of my streams are in the United States, so that's where my fans are. And so this is what people would see if I was to run this, right? And I could start it 3 days from now. I could start it 4 days from now. But if I was to start it, I would start it 7 days. And I want to show you why. Now, when you're targeting people like fans, right? There's 3 different targets that you can do. And let me just scroll down here. Okay, we got that. It's going to let me toggle this. Okay, you have light listeners, active listeners who intentionally streamed your music once or a couple times in the last 28 days and could develop into moderate listeners. So they're light. Then you got your moderate listeners. These are warmer, right? So these are kind of your light, your cold. This is your warm, your moderate, who have listened to your music in the last 28 days. And then your super listeners, we call them hot, your most dedicated active listeners in the last 28 days. They're the most likely to keep streaming your music. So you can choose which ones, or you can just do like a mix and they'll just do like a default, like a mix of all 3 of them, right? But depending on what your goals are. Previously active audience, listeners who used to be active your audience but haven't intentionally streamed your music in the last 28 days. So if these are cold, warm, and hot, these are freezing, okay? So these are people who you want to maybe bring back, right? But the point is, I don't want to run this right now, and this is what we learned on that Spotify masterclass, and I'll show you why. So when you have a new song that comes out, right, and you've pitched it to the editorials and it triggers the release radar, your fans are going to get notified automatically. So if we just look in the last 28 days when this song has come out, and I click on, where is it, playlists, I can see a lot of fans came from release radar. About 48,000 streams came from that daily mix. That's the algorithm, right? And so the point is, when a song first comes out, you always get a big bump. And the algorithm is sharing your song. And I've always noticed, and everyone I work with, the first 7 days, so if this came out on the 11th, the first 7 days down to about the 18th, that's when the algorithm starts to trigger off, all right? And so the point is, if I went and ran a Marquee ad today when the song first came out, I'm kind of paying for streams and for advertising of which Spotify would give me for free. So the point I'm trying to make is let the algorithm do its work for the first 7 days and then do the campaign. So because it came out today the 8th, I want to let the algorithm do its thing, and then as it starts to teeter off, I want to re-engage my fans after the 7 days. So if 7 days from now would be the 15th, right? So why promote now when Spotify's algorithm, because I pitched it to the release radar for free, let it do its work, and then as it starts to teeter off, let's give it a boost on the 15th. I hope that makes sense. Let me just show you guys again here, because like no matter what single it is, I can go to a different single. When the song first comes out, let's go 12 months, there's always that big pop, right? And then after, so if it came out on, here's an example, came out the 17th, and then about the 24th, look, we had a big drop, right? It started to go all the way down, right? And then we did some more other marketing and different things to promote it. But the point is, let's let this song live. Let's let this promote itself for the next 7 days. It just came out today and then gave it a boost. That way you're not double paying, right? Because if I go and activate a Spotify Marquee campaign right now, I'm basically going to be paying for eyeballs and paying for advertising to promote that this new song is, when Spotify can be doing it for me for free. So I'm going to make sure when people see this, they're going to see it once the campaign has already been out. So I'm going to schedule it for the 15th. Okay, and then of course you can decide your budget depending on how big your audience is. And again, if you don't have Spotify Marquee, it's because you don't have the 25,000 monthly listeners, or you don't have enough streams, because Spotify needs data. This is to retarget, right, your reachable audience. This is a group of listeners who have followed or shown interest in your music and are likely to find your campaign. This isn't really a fan base like creating new fans. This is more fan base development. Okay, if you want to actually run ads or get new fans, right, then you want to be running Spotify ads. And I teach you all kinds of ways to get new fans. Just go to 10xyourfanbase.com and take our Spotify 5-day challenge, and I'll show you exactly how to get new fans, okay? Day 1 is the 7 alarming Spotify mistakes. Day 2 is how to triple your success and getting on those editorial and algorithmic playlists. 10x your streams at no cost to you, how to find, reach out to, and collaborate with complimentary artists. This is all about collaborations, baby. Day 4, get 4 times more followers, right? We want to grow that fan base. And then day 5, we talk about the dirty truth about royalties. You can watch this challenge anytime. We've had hundreds, if not thousands of people, artists go through this, and it's just been a game changer on growing your fan base. So Spotify Marquee is fan base development. You want to grow your fan base, learn how to do it with collaborations, features, running Spotify ads, Facebook and Instagram ads, and organic traffic. There's a story I share on this challenge about an artist who posted their song 35 times. Then someone made fun of him and he almost gave up, and on his 36th time, the song went viral. So never give up, my friends.